Hello Scorpio, this is your astrology forecast for July. Well, there's a lot happening this month, especially as Jupiter, planet of good fortune, good luck and abundance, changes sign in the middle of the month. But more about that a little bit later. Let me break down the month into the important dates you should be looking out for. So the first important date is that Mercury, planet of communications, technology, travel, on the 2nd of the month goes direct, making all these areas in your life much easier. And for you, Mercury's been retrograde in this house of finances, money, joint finances. So maybe you've been reconsidering your finances, your mortgage, any debt, any loans, any insurance policies, any assets, anything like that. You've maybe been re-evaluating it. And now that Mercury goes direct, you can get on with taking action with any of the research that you've done. It's a great time now. Mercury's direct. You can sign contracts. You can go negotiate important deals. It's much easier now. Communications are just easier. It's great for planning travel now. It just should be an easier flow of networking and communicating with people. Now on the 12th of the month, we've got a full moon in Capricorn. And this full moon for you is in your 3rd house, joining Pluto here, not too far away from Pluto. So this full moon for you and your 3rd house is shining a light on your networks. Are you using those networks constructively? Could you use them in a better way? I mean, there's so many networks now that we have. We need to keep learning as to how, there's more and more online options, apps. What can you learn, or maybe what can you invent? What can you create that would make a difference, would contribute to this area? It's a wonderful time for connecting with people in your neighborhood, people close to you. It's a very good time for deciding to do some deep study, to really go deeper into a subject, maybe a subject that you love or you already know, but to go more deeply. And the full moon in Capricorn is saying, really concentrate your thoughts. Don't allow yourself to be defocused and scattered in too many areas. Not that you do generally, Scorpio, because Scorpio, you're a fixed sign and you don't tend to scatter yourselves. But for those of you that are all over the place, this full moon will give you an opportunity really to laser beam yourself, because you are a laser beam, Scorpio. When you get focused on something, there is nothing that you can't achieve. Do keep that in mind. You are the strongest sign in the zodiac. There's no question about that. So use that strength to your advantage. Concentrate it. And so for the first couple of weeks, we have Jupiter in your 9th house. So this is still a good time for publishing something, good time for expanding your spiritual growth, for planning travel, going on a trip. And also you may have learned something important, because this Jupiter transit has been here in this 9th house for a whole year almost. So, what have you learned? How have you expanded your mind so that you are using that powerful mind of yours, Scorpio, in a way that's really productive, making your life more efficient, being more helpful to the people around you? And then Jupiter on the 17th of the month changes sign, where it's going to be until August 12th of next year. And it's going into your 10th house here, which is a wonderful opportunity, Scorpios, to expand your career, to expand your worldview of what it is you can do, what you think you can do, to believe in yourself more. Jupiter will have people believing in you as well. Once you believe in yourself, it'll be catching. This Jupiter energy can really spark something really powerful for you, especially as we've got a very benign aspect on and off during this next year, particularly in September of this year, March and June of next year. Jupiter's making a lovely trine with Uranus. So this could be overnight success for you in something, maybe an innovation. This can also mean an idea that you have that you take to market that really grows quickly, unexpectedly. So there can be some really unexpected, interesting developments happening in your work with this transit of Jupiter. It's a wonderful time really for taking a few more risks, calculated ones of course, Scorpio, has to be calculated, but really taking a few more risks and maybe expanding your career or taking your career into a brand new direction. Exciting times. For the first 18 days of the month, we've got Venus in your 8th house, so this could bring you some good fortune connected with an investment of some sort, some kind of and also it could bring you a greater intimacy with somebody, getting closer to somebody. On the 19th of July, this Venus joins the Sun here, and this is a great time for connecting with people from overseas. You might do business with people from overseas, you may meet a love from overseas or a friend from overseas, but there's certainly the overseas connection there and something that you'll enjoy. And you may learn another language. And then on the 23rd of July, the Sun comes into your 10th house, shining a light on career, Scorpio. And as if that wasn't enough, on the 26th of July, we've got a new moon in Leo, also in the 10th house. So this is new beginnings for your career. Reevaluate what you're doing. What is it you want to achieve? Because you can have real success this year. There are many opportunities. You need to go after them. They may not just drop in your lap, but if you will go after them and you'll plant these new seeds, and with the new moon in Leo, it's all about focusing on the things that you love and then sharing that with the world. There's enough drudgery in this world. Let's bring some upliftment. We could all do with that upliftment. This Jupiter energy is going to give you an opportunity to make your career more meaningful for you. So it's very exciting. And so for the first 26 days of the month, we've got this Mars still in your 12th house. I know Scorpios, for many of you, it's been jolly frustrating. You may feel as though you've taken 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, and it's still as though you're doing a lot of things behind the scenes, but nothing's showing. On the 27th of the month, Mars, your ruler, comes into your 5th sign, and it's joining Saturn, so this really should give you a boost of energy. You should feel as though you can move forwards with many of the projects you've wanted to do. It is bumping up against Saturn, which I have to caution you, it means that you can't take on too many responsibilities. Make sure you don't say yes to too many things. Say yes to only the important things and the things that really matter to you. So the Mars energy will give you the boost forward to take action, and the Saturn will enable you to structure it so that you can have tangible results from the actions that you take. So I'd love it if you'd come for a reading and I could share with you what this Jupiter transit means for you, and of course all the other transits in your personal chart, how you can take advantage of it. And I do thank you all for subscribing, commenting, sharing. I really appreciate it. Have a great month. Bye for now.